Ah, hello, everybody. Maris Rey, Water Dragon Extraordinaire, back at you again with another Genshin Impact live stream. Now, this time I learned my lesson and I need to take my caffeine a little earlier. I don't like to take caffeine on an empty stomach, that's why I was eating. Still eating, by the way. You know, it takes a hot minute for rice to cook. Good water. Good soup. Okay. Well, we could get this started in any case. This way is the easiest to do. What am I defeated for? Is that my commission or something? Yeah. Ah. Jeez. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see what we could do today. We have a lot to do today. This could get us a level and a half. This is doable. This is doable. These are doable. These are doable. We think we'll hit 50 today. Yes. Easily, as a matter of fact. Okay. Let's switch to... Nope. We're gonna get to the hypostasis first, and then we'll switch. I don't even know why I'm going through this way. I know where he is. Just having some rice in the meantime. Made rice and veggies. Delicious. Really good. I enjoy my veggies a fair bit. Tasty. We're almost at the hypostasis. So don't you worry. We're almost there. Now let's switch to a team that can actually defeat him. And I'm thinking we'll try to defeat him first before I can eat more food.
Quietly now. Order guide you.
Hold me, you sausage.
Stabilize.
Oh, nothing I can do. I have to break this before I can beat him.
Busted. Fingers are about to get tight. No, my sword.
I saw.
This is order.
They surely will have beat this, right? No? Are you joking?
Solidify.
What's going on here? Move on. Go onto a pillar or something.
I will have order. Stabilize. Game's up. Fun's over. Solidify.
Could have been way easier. But I was having a little bit of a meltdown. Shoo-wee, 3, let's go, baby. Let's see, how far along are we to get to 80? Oh, we're almost there. We can probably get 80 today. Okay, unfortunately, the stream experience is going to be a bit of a rough one. I'm just going to sit here and wait while I eat my food. Not like I have that much food, so it should be fine. Just some rice and veggies. Gimel? Gimel should have been revived by now. What would they say? Yeah? Hey, Gimel? There's no more events. I've done them all. Sadness.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outmon.
I didn't mean to do that.
Stabilize.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Lots over.
Order guide you.
Okay, it should have been that that easy the first time, but for some reason it wasn't. Okay. I go back into waiting. 3 minutes. Woo-wee, that's a long wait. I only have about 2 or 3 more bites of food. Bites of rice. Very tasty. I don't know if I really want to be sitting here for 3 minutes. Let's do some recap on where we are. So, when it comes to Zhongli, I believe I have his taunts. Okay, his taunts are 6. I can't increase them yet because I need to ascend to the next level before I can upgrade my talents further. But in essence, I should only need, I think, about 20-ish philosophies of gold, which are where? I'm not quite there yet, but I'm almost. I could probably just craft the last one. I need 20 philosophies of gold. I need this one. I need 4 of these. Where's the geo cores? What is this? I don't know. I don't have any geo ones to craft. Oh yeah, I do. So I have these here, which is not a lot, but over the course of the coming days that I'll be farming this, I should eventually get enough to ascend this to 90. So essentially, once I'm done with this, or these where the basalts at? Once I'm done collecting these, which I'll need 32 in total. It's a bit rough, I know, but it, it is what it is. Only 32 in total. I'll most likely be able to take him to 80 today. I think I'm actually guaranteed to be able to take him to 80 today. So that's nice. I'll be able to take him to 80 and upgrade his talents. The Deathmatch is already at 90. So I'll be... How would I say it? I would be done with farming his basic stuff. You understand what I mean? That way, after I get him to 90, I essentially will just need to farm artifact set for him. Which, I must admit, that's the hardest part of all this, but, it is what it is as well. It is what it is. Can't really avoid that at all. Let me see. Has it been 3 minutes? I don't think it's even been a full minute yet. Oh, it has been 3 minutes. Nice. So yeah, Zhongli is really close to being done. And then technically, I do still need to level up Sucrose. But I'm kind of waiting on her, because Sucrose has more limits on where she could be reliably used versus where he has limits to where he can be more reliably used compared to where Zhongli can be used, because Zhongli can be used everywhere without fail. Right? That's unanimous. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. My goodness.
This is order.
Okay. That was pretty easy. 3? Yeah, baby. Anytime we roll a 3, we save the time it takes to level up by a significant amount. Ooh, I didn't even account for the extra geo damage he's gonna have. Oh, wow. So let me... No, I don't want to leave quite yet. There's no point in leaving when we're already so close. So it's going to be another 3 minutes. Let me heal up my baby a little bit. I realize this is going to take too long. Let me just pull out the Cocoa Me real quick. I know you're not supposed to heal Hu Tao to full, but whatever. That one jellyfish basically healed the whole team.
For justice.
Okay, so in priority, the things that I wanted to work on is, like I mentioned before, finish Zhongli. I know I kind of like robbed Sucrose of her spotlight because I spent days working on her. And though I understand that her artifact set is not the best, namely because of the Sands being an attack Sands, but I didn't really have a... Ooh-wee, 20% crit damage? Shoosh! I didn't really have much option as to what I was running there. Well, you know what? I could take this. I'm probably gonna as well. At this point, who cares, right? I think having energy recharge is probably better. Because, yeah, she loses out on some attack, and that does suck, but having extra energy recharge so that I could actually use her ult off cooldown just might be better. Okay, so I robbed Sucrose of her spotlight, like I said, but that's, you know, it is what it is. I was getting frustrated farming her artifact set, so, you know, things happen. We move on. So after that, I moved on to Zhongli because I realized I had him in this build as Tenacity of the Millelith, where I was just a shield bot with him. As you can see, I'm still running that set. HP, HP, HP. But I want to transition him to... So before I was obviously using Black Tassel, which is the percent HP, but I bought him a Deathmatch, which, you know, that gives a fair amount of crit rate. So that if I combine him with Emblem of Severed Fate, once I get decent Severed Fate pieces for him, which namely being I need a crit damage piece, I need a strong HP piece, a strong geo damage piece, and then, you know, just strong pieces overall for these two. I'm looking for at least 15 to 20% crit value per slot, but if I can't get it, it's fine. It'll work out. So long as I can hit the bare minimum 15, that is my very crucial like cap, like, or bare minimum. I must reach at least 15% crit value, which is fairly easy to do, all things considered. Between that, I expect that I'll be able to get my crit values to a decent 1-to-3 ratio of at least 50 to 150, or more respectively 60 to like 150, something like this. Ideally, that's the plan. So, knowing that, I expect Zhongli is going to do a bunch of damage once I get him to 90. I'm expecting to see something along the lines of like 40k meteors, potentially. Maybe more. Who knows? I don't actually know what to expect. I just know what I'm hopeful for. And I expect that will actually provide me way more utility in being able to reliably count on his burst for both petrification and for damage. Is probably going to be initially more useful than what I was using. I don't know why I fall for it every time.
I will have order.
They will have order.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Nice.
Order guide you.
And that's the last one for today. We got another 3. That's huge. So we'll need, I think we need 17 more of them, which might not come super easily, but even that's fine. So let's switch to the overworld team because we're gonna obviously need to do the commissions. But before we do commissions, I do want to see where we are on our ability to craft the remaining few pieces of the geo. Ores? I don't know what you would call it. I need to craft 5 of these. There's no bonus, unfortunately, so let's craft them. And I think this should be enough to take Zhongli to 80. Yes. So on top of getting him to 80, we also get a free summon.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Where are those who share the... Very true, Zhongli, very true. So it is nice that he gets free geo damage. Okay, I'm expecting big things out of Zhongli coming pretty soon. Okay, so let's use our free summon. I'm expecting a 5-star from the normal summons pretty soon. And I think I'm around like 60 pity on the standard banner. So I suspect that once the new month starts, which, you know, that's starting pretty soon. I think for what day is it today? 27? 28? Oh, 27, yeah. Let me see. Blah blah blah. Okay, so that was how many? Hold on, I'm checking something. Something real quick. Won't take but a moment of your time. My time, I guess. Hey. I gotta put my phone in the charger. Give me a second. I was not doing anything important on the phone, of course. But there's never really anything important to do on the phone, but you know, it is what it is, of course. Just say that again and again, as many times as I need to say it. Okay, let's do the commissions. So, who's excited for the fact that we're gonna finally be able to jump back on Overwatch 2 tomorrow? I'm so excited. So, as far as I know, there is gonna be no PvE on the betas. Based off the speculation that I'm hearing from the other community members, I'm assuming that there won't ever be PvE on the beta. That the PvE aspect of Overwatch 2 is going to be something that we'll most likely have to pay for again later, which I'm okay with doing because I really enjoy Overwatch 2. And the PvE looked really fun when they first were introducing the concept to us. Those years ago. It seemed like a fun little change of pace to Overwatch 2, which I'm about. You know, I'm all about it. And having Overwatch 2 back in my life will allow me to feel less pressured to stream Genshin Impact. It's not that I was like looking for a reason not to stream Genshin Impact. It's just like I mentioned before, it's getting harder and harder to stream that much every day. It's not that I can't stream that much in general, it's just of Genshin specifically, you know what I mean? Genshin specifically, I could reliably and comfortably stream Genshin for maybe 2 to 3 hours every day, but that last hour it gets a bit rough. Because, you know, there's just not as much content to do, and you know, I'm not that I'm begging for more content. I do wish that there was. I mean, I do. I'm not begging for content, but I do kind of wish that there was a bit of extra content. Yeah, not much, you know. I'm not out here begging for the world, but just a bit. Just a bit will do.
There is no escape.
Let's pick up this because we got free leyline spray. Why'd I get 10 primo gems for him?
Shine down.
But yeah, streaming Genshin for a couple hours each day is literally no problem. Like, that's light work. Does each commission? Oh, each commission always gives them privileges. My bad, I forgot. And so that's 40, 60 plus the 90 that you get from Welcome Moon. So that's 150 primos you get every day guaranteed, so long as you at least do your commissions. And, you know, of course, have Welcome Moon active. I know Welcome Moons are not something that's available to everybody, or affordable, or just morally don't feel invested enough to invest, I guess, into a video game. And I respect all avenues of thought in that regard. I always believe you should do whatever you want with your money, and I won't ridicule you in any way based off of any of your decisions.
Here we go.
If you want to spend money, go for it. I'm all about it. And if you don't, go for it. Or don't go for it. I'm all about it.
Faster.
It's your money. Do what you want, you know? I was like, for me, I've mentioned this before. I'm not opposed. So long as, like, things are right, I'm not opposed to buying each and every one of these upgrades. Let's see. Let's run the math a little bit. I forget. That's 1 plus 6 plus 15, 21, 30, 51, 50, 101. So it's about $201. So you'll get about $400 worth of content if you buy it once a year. Which is not bad, you know. I could definitely get a decent amount of savings by doing that. I'm not opposed to it. I think it's a fine idea.
There is no escape. Useless.
I'm gonna ruin the stamina. I believe in myself.
Why would anyone want...
Yeah, let's go back to Mondstadt now that we're done with all the things that were needed to be done with. One second. I just got a questionable email that I need to take care of.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Have you heard about
It looked like something was getting ordered on my behalf without my consent, but that seemed like a fraudulent email to begin with, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Add Astra.
All my things appear to be in line. Everything should be fine.
Add Astra.
Okay, let's get all this stuff. So, the plan immediately is once we finish with Zhongli, which, like I said, I expect he should be up and running at least to 90 and with his full talent set in about I would have to venture maybe about a week's time, or maybe like 4 or 5 days. He'll be all the way done, and then after that, it's simply, you know, farming his artifact set until we get a good Emblem of Severed Fate piece. Yeah. So at the moment, I do have the artifacts that I'm planning to use for him on Yunjin. Let me cook some sweet madams real quick. Need about 20 just to do the weekly. No bonuses, huh? Thanks. Okay, let's go to my teapot. Oops. We'll collect the trust points and we'll do 10 furniture craftings. See what happens. Alright, Tubby. I would care to sit down. Okay, let's buy the round people. Let's buy this. We always want to buy this when the need arises. We always are trying to buy these as well, because it's, I wouldn't say free XP, but it is a decent source of it. I don't know if we really need to keep buying these. I seem to be spending my points faster than I'm making them, which is the problem. But we could leave that for now. Let's... So I only queued up 3 to craft, huh? So that's 3 in total. We need to craft 7 more. That's 1. Craft some easy stuff just to get them out of the way, I guess. This is easy. Okay, so this should be 8. So after this, I only need to craft 2 more things. I know I don't need to speed these up because it's kind of whatever. But I don't really care. I could be done tomorrow. I want to be done today. So let's craft 2 more of these, just because they're easy. I don't think I would use any of these benches, but the benches don't look that bad either, so they're definitely usable at least. And then I'll just queue up 5 more for next week.
If you ever...
Okay, so long as I think I did everything correct, that should be... Okay, 48, huh? So if I just fight Baby Child 3 times, I should be able to get... Let's see, plus 13, 50... Okay, no, it's still not enough. I just need to do 1 weekly. So I could just do the bounties and the trounce domains, and that should be enough. Okay, let's go do the bounties at least. Bounties are fairly easy, so I'm never too concerned about them. The only concerning bounty to me is the Sakura Bloom bounty, because I don't have a whole lot of Sakura Blooms. I know they're fairly easy to get, but I don't have any, so you know, it is what it is. So before we progress, I want to show you, I suppose, the artifacts that my Zhongli currently is gonna have. Or at least the two pieces I'm settling with. So, as you can see here, this is a pretty solid, almost 35% crit value. Like, this is a nice artifact piece to start off. And this is a really good goblet to start off with as well. So these are the way I'm planning to start my build with Zhongli. Which, in my opinion, it looks pretty nice, right? It's nice. It's nice. It's very nice, in fact. So these two are the slots that's already filled. So it's these three that I would need to make better, I guess. Huh? Oh no, yeah. But as you can see, I don't have great feathers yet. Not even close, in fact. Not even close. I don't have good sands because I need it to be HP. Like, these could have almost been good, but they're not good enough to start. This is also almost good enough, and I suspect I could probably just use it. And then I need crit damage here, but I literally only have one crit damage helmet, and it's on the Raiden Shogun already. I can't afford to take Raiden Shogun's crit damage helmet. So we're kind of stuck with Zhongli, as he is. I do need to farm more artifact sets for him, like I mentioned. But that will come in time. Okay, let's do the requests. I'm pretty sure I just need to do the requests. Hilichurl, Hullabaloo, Monster Mayhem, Fatuous Farce. If I do these on the trance domains, I should hit 50. So let's see. Hilichurl, Hullabaloo. Seems easy enough. The requests are always pretty easy, if I had to say. So let's fly over there. And then, of course, I am completely ready for when Kazuha's banner reruns. If ever. Hopefully soon. I say this every stream, but it has been a year since he's been released without a rerun, so I don't know if his first banner did like really poorly or something, and it worries them about potentially investing into Kazuha again. If that makes any sense. But it is a shame that he's not out. But the moment that he does, like I said, get re-released, I will definitely be able to get him immediately.
Think you can get away?
It's not my best positioned ultimate.
Brace yourself. Hold the line.
Yeah. For some reason, it took me longer than anticipated. Okay, Monster Mayhem. Way over here. Yeah, we are completely ready for Kazuha. The very moment that I get him, I have this Traveler's basically gonna pretend to be him. I have this Sack Sword fully ready for him with a 4-piece Viridescent Banner. That's all pretty nice, to be honest. It's chock filled with energy recharge. Look at this. Look at how much energy recharge it has. Considering I'm not using an energy recharge Sans. It's pretty good, is it not? Look at that, 22%, 11%, 11%, and 15%. It's nice. It's going to be a really, really good piece for Kazuha, I think. Before I continue, I suppose we should try to see if we can find this... What do you call it? Electroculus is way up there, huh?
Here we go.
Let's see if we can't get it. Close.
Useless.
That wasn't the play. Convert, convert. Nice. Okay, let's leave this area because it's sapping Shao of his strength. And we will go do this Monster Mayhem. It looks like there's a chest over there I could probably go and get as well. We do need to get all the chests that we can get because they give us Electro Sigils and apparently we need Electro Sigils.
Lying down.
Oi.
Rest and rebuild. Time for takeoff. Brace yourself. How rude.
What's hitting me? Oh, a tornado.
Tank Barbados. Wait a minute.
Even if only one Electro Sigil at a time, I still need it. Think Barbados. Wait. So these are the monsters we need to fend off? They couldn't have made them any easier to
There is no escape.
deal with?
Yeah.
Hey buddies, I'm over here.
Illusion shattered. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do they expect me to fight these things?
Allow me. There is no escape. Think you can get away?
I think there was a little patch of land over here.
Now you shall perish. Ha!
Oi, you better unfreeze me, homie.
Illusion shattered.
Big damage, big damage. This should hopefully be the last of them. Okay, now we just need to do the fabulous farce. And ideally, this is not on the water, like the other domains have been. I mean, domains, the other bounties have been. Requests. Jeez.
Hold the line.
Let's begin.
Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Let's play. Useless.
I guess this
Here
is
we go. Torn to oblivion.
Torn to oblivion. Okay, upon defeating that, we should be able to return and turn in the last remaining quests. Wait, they're finished automatically, right? So, yeah, I don't need to actually turn anything in. Okay, perfect. Now, we can just go fight Child a few times. Easy mode, Child. Just to complete the Trance Domain weekly so that we can get to 50 immediately. But I do ask that you give me a minute because I didn't actually finish eating my rice. And I did have some more rice that I made, and I want to make sure I go put them away. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Quick and easy. I always try to make a bunch of rice because it's not like I'll eat a whole bunch of rice, but I always like to know that I have it just in case I don't eat. You know what? Let's try something funny. Oops.
Just sharpen my spear.
This would probably be a really fun way to do damage, huh?
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. You've made some progress.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
You've got a trick.
Lola, get them! Stand clear. I can fix this.
All you do is run.
Come on, let me get my charge attack on. He told me all you do was run, like he's not running right now.
Everybody stand back. Nice and spicy. Animal test 6308.
Goodness.
Next on the agenda.
It's a lot of damage, but I really am not good at playing Ganyu. Like, I know I'm probably supposed to use her flower, right? But I feel so awkward when I use her. That's why I almost never play with Ganyu. I don't understand how I'm supposed to play her. If, like I said, if it just feels awkward to play her to me.
Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trick.
I'm the frying pan. It's absorption test.
No use hiding back there.
I mean, it is a lot of damage, but I know I have a 30 level difference on him.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Nice and spicy. Born of ice and frost.
sure is a lot of damage. I know that. Do I have music on or no? I feel like I can barely hear it if I do. I do really enjoy adding Sucrose into my list of playable characters, though. I'm glad that I finally decided to invest in her.
Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Guess I should take you more seriously.
It's me. Stand clear.
You'll teleport.
Everybody stand back. Enhanced animal module 75. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Next on the agenda.
Okay. So this should complete the last weekly, and ideally, so long as my math is even marginally correct, this should take me to 50. Yes! Okay, let's clean the last stuff. So I would need these. This is the Kazuha books, whatever. I'll need these for Zhongli, so now I don't even have to do that. So I got more Primo Gems, which is nice, and I got another summon. Let's go ahead and use it too. Nope, no 5-star yet. Like I said, I'm expecting to get one relatively soon. So let's not forget where we're at. So, let's see. Okay. So that's at least 18 already. 19. So we're at 19 summons, more or less. Well, we'll round it up to 20 just for clarity's sake. Or just for ease of my math, I guess. So we're at about 20 pity. Right? So now let's look at what we have. I have 152. Plus 13 here. So 152 plus 13, that's 165. Plus we'll get 5 more summons from the monthly reset. So that's really like 170. And then plus the 20 pity that I have, that's like theoretically 190, so I can for sure get Kazuha.
Will we really be on?
I literally can't miss him.
There is still a
Now
lot
there
to
is still some chance that I can go all the way to 90 twice on him, and if I go all the way to 90 twice, you know, I'll be big sad. If I'm even fairly lucky with my rolls for him, like if I get him, first of all, if I don't lose any 50-50s, and I roll for him really early on, then I will probably try to get him to C2. I never have I ever concerned myself with getting units to constellations on my 5-stars. As you can see, the only 5-star that I realistically have constellations on that's like a banner character is Xiao, and that was purely on accident. Wholly purely on accident. I don't have any constellations for Mona, for Ito, for Eula, Yelan, Hu Tao, Chi-Chi, Klee. I have 2 for Ketchin, which is pretty nice, but I don't play her. None for Daeluke. That's a list of my 5-star characters. Oh, I forgot about Ayaka, but I don't have constellations for her either, in case you don't believe me here. You see, no constellations for Ayaka either. Poor Ayaka. But that's just how things go, you know? And they'll say it time and time again. And many times as I need to say it until I firmly believe it, that in general, I believed that I didn't need to get constellations, and I do think that that's still mostly true. I think if you want to just play, because realistically, you only need 2 teams, more or less, to do Spiral Abyss. And you could just flex out certain units that are bad during a certain rotation. You could just flex some out to put in units that are better during that particular rotation. So, in general, so long as you have around 10 units that are built, you could probably do Spiral Abyss every time it comes out. But because I am somebody who really likes variety, I've built my account to look shapely like this. Now, of course, it's not perfect. It's not a really strong account either, because obviously there's so many of these units that are level 20 and below, and so many of these units that are like stuck at 70 or 80. But those are light fixes. Like within a few months, I think I should be all the way caught up with like what I need and what I want ideally. So let's go do a little bit of overworld farming, because you see how my resources have been draining ever since I started building up these characters so rapidly. So, like we do every time, we will start with the Ruin Guards. This way, I always stay topped up on the resources that really matter. It's very important to me. Okay, so this is the area with the Ruin Guards here. There's 4 of them in total.
Evil conquering.
It's not an ideal... Alright, we actually loot his items. That's kind of an important part of farming these guys. Okay, let's wake him up.
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Nice and easy. Kind of free, buddy. Walk a bit to recover some stamina.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
And still one rotate that guy too. Can't forget about this one.
Rest and rebuild. Inazuma shines eternal.
I'm not getting any meaningful crits, but we can one rotate him as well. Super easy. Very, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, let's come to this one. I think this one's like kind of up a cliff, so I'm going to come here and just float down. If I remember correctly, I don't want to like waste any time. I don't really like climbing. I don't think climbing is really that fun. So we're just gonna go this way. Now I need to recover some stamina, however. I'll tell you, I am really looking forward to Overwatch 2 tomorrow. I think we're going to have a blast when we play it. It's going to be so fun to be back on Overwatch 2. I just can't wait. So, along with Overwatch 2, we're also, I mean, from what I understand, when Overwatch 2 beta launches again tomorrow, it should include the new character Junker Queen, so we're going to be able to try her out. Or at least, maybe try her out. I'd like to try her out, if anything. But we'll see. All it is pure speculation until tomorrow actually happens.
Now you shall perish.
This is much higher damage. See, this is why Raiden Shogun is so strong in most people's opinion. She basically, since she weaponizes energy recharge so strongly. Like again, look at how much energy recharge I have, 265, and it doesn't like waste anything because look at how much electro damage she gains because of it. She's at that much electro damage, mind you, without an electro cup.
Shine down.
Which, that's the part that really speaks a lot about Raiden Shogun's versatility on your team. And why I think she's such an impressive unit. Because she has so much energy recharge, she's able to almost funnel her own ult from her own ult. It's insane.
Illusion shattered.
It's like, basically what I mean is, watch this. Assuming that I had, like, if there was no cooldowns on my ult usage, I would be able to stay in my burst form forever. Because most of the time, just using my burst is enough to get me my burst back, energy-wise, which is insane. No matter how you shake it, it's insane.
Shine down. Allow me. Now you shall perish.
Not much. Look at that. Her ult's back again. I'm only getting the green pieces. This is kind of sad.
The Winter Shogun approaches.
Let's float on over there. Let's just pass this mountain to get to that last ruin guard. It's the big ruin guard. I don't know what you call them, but they're really big. And then after that, I figure we'll just do the same things we always do. Like, I think we could basically just do Abyss Mage. I don't know if we really have to farm Whopper Flowers, because I have a lot of their early material. So we'll have to see on that, I suppose. Yeah. Should be fine. Okay. So I don't really know too much of what's going on, but I think today, for the extra content that we'll do after we're done with the overworld farming, which doesn't take that long, you know, so I think after we're done with this, I think we're gonna start this. I think we'll do Arataki Ito today. And then we'll see about all of this after that as well. Oni's evil.
Illusion shattered. Hold the line. Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Get out of my way.
That's a bit awkward. I got interrupted, which affected my combo, which threw me all the way out of loop because I was totally expecting to be at a certain like pattern. So I dropped my combo at some point, and here I am as a result. There I was, getting hurt in my perfect combo. I haven't failed a combo Widow, and so long as I didn't fail it, I think Raiden Shogun has increased knockback resistance during her ultimate.
You here to play with me? Think you can get away?
Just use a Venti ult.
Brace yourself.
It's the easiest we'll completely get my ult back as a result anyways. So long as I use Xiao's triple Q and triple E, we're solid.
There is no escape. Hold the line. Now you shall perish.
Yep, that's that. There's still more of these guys though. And don't forget as well, because I always forget. And if I do forget, I hope you remind me. I hope that this is the last one so that I don't forget. But I gotta do the 4 of them that are on that island near the geohypostasis. because I always forget about those ones because they don't show up on the minimap.
A brash maneuver. Covenant of the deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Torn to oblivion.
Still got her alt done. Yeah, this was not the last one, but we're pretty close to it. I'm sure this is the last one. One that's down here. Wait. My back. Wake up.
Shine down. Hold the line. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Oh, it's still not the last one. Hmm? Well, I'll gladly always accept to get more. Guess I forgot about this one. The one is just under the trees. Yep. Oh, get off that tree, buddy. This isn't the one that's under the trees. So, I suspect there might be even one more still. Did I already get the one in the trees? No, I don't
Illusion
remember.
shattered. Rest and rebuild. Torn to oblivion.
Even more still. I'm only getting too lucky with them, but I'm not that worried about it either. Oh, there's this one. I always forget about this one. Well, I guess I always forget about all of them. I don't really know any of their spawn locations outside of the island ones. I remember them all when I see them, but I forget until then. Well, I know that doesn't really amount to anything. It's useless one way or another. Pick up.
There is no escape. Hold the line. Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's them. All the way defeated. Now let's come. And I think they're over here. The remaining 4 of them. I missed those ones. Whatever. I'm not that concerned about the crystal cores at the moment. So I'm kind of over that some. There more music still. Pump the music a bit. I try to make sure that the music isn't too loud, but I can't really tell like what's an appropriate level to put the music. Because obviously I want to make sure that you guys hear me nice and crystal clear. But at the same time, I want to make sure everything's good. Wake up, guys. Hey, wake up. Wake up.
Shine down. Rest and rebuild. Time for takeoff.
I don't know if this is the right play, but could be a fine start in any case.
Uphill battle. Uphill battle. Hold the line.
enough of your nonsense, buddy boy. So we had a lot easier time this time than the last time, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's see the ultimate amount of these that I got. Let me see, where are they? See, okay, here they are. So we have 14, 17, 482. It's still not like a large amount. Not by a long shot. Well, see, I'd probably only need about 200 of these, so I should probably craft these to make 10 of them. Now I can estimate as to how much I realistically have a need. Well, we'll just see, I guess. Okay, now let's go do the Abyss Mage. Because I surely need to do them. Because I feel just as full of them. Especially after I just used their material to craft the deathmatch, I think it was. That ended up using the same material. Oh, there's the syringe. We'll get her too.
Shine down. Impressive. Leave it. Think you can get away? Let's play.
Good items. We hardly need the Siren Mage's stuff, so I don't like worry about farming her too intently. But I do not see the reason to not just pick her up when I happen to be passing by her in the first place.
Time for takeoff.
That wasn't my best event deal. Not even a terribly good Raiden Shogunal, because evidently I didn't even get my energy back, because I guess because the slash hit the shield. Can't tell what I'm feeling right now. My stomach seems to be feeling one type of way. There's no way I'm still hungry. I ate a decent amount, I think. Try not to overeat, but I'm pretty sure my diet's completely fine, so I don't know why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Perhaps I am still hungry. Maybe I didn't get enough to eat yesterday, and as a result, I'm feeling how I feel today. At this point, that's the only thing I can really imagine. Excuse me. Don't really want to be sneezing on stream, but I'm not even sure if you heard it. I do have this audio blocking program which is running, which prevents you from hearing like my fan, at least to the best of my ability. Because my streaming room does get quite hot. And I run the air, but you know, it is what it is. It helps, but only to an extent. And it's not that, like, no matter what the temperature is outside of my house, my streaming room is always hot. That's just how my streaming room seems to work.
Now you shall perish. Shine down.
I don't even really feel like fighting that guy. Well, we're starting to have a whole lot less to do. I do have to do this overworld farming though, and even though it's probably boring to the majority of people, and I totally understand that that's the case, for one, I don't care. I need to, in all seriousness, stretch out my Genshin content to the best of my abilities. so I'm sure you could forgive me when I say that. I think it's to the benefit of my YouTube career, my streaming career in general, that I try to stream whatever thing that I happen to be streaming for at least 2 to 4 hours. I think 2 to 4 hours is a fine metric to start because of the growth that I need to get on my account beforehand. I'm not really that guy yet. And I know my place. And I understand that, you know, not everybody ends up to the top, nor do I expect to get to the top. But I think I could put a decent foot in the race when it comes to VTube streaming. I think I got a pretty good shot at things. Pretty confident in myself in that regard. And, you know, it's nice to like Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a lot of fun, even still. I know there are some people who could probably get over the grind. Or, I'm sorry, who is probably over the grind. And that's fine. You see, for someone like myself, I could always just take a break from Genshin if I'm not feeling over it. Like I've mentioned in the past, I'm already on my second Genshin Impact, or I've already been on a second Genshin Impact month-long break, and I'm not afraid to go on another one. I don't plan on it because I'm having a lot of fun right now. But if I need to take a break, I will. I'll just take a break. That's, I guess, what you could say kind of the one thing about... Yes, I care about the growth of my channel, but I also prioritize the experience better for everybody. And if I'm not enjoying Genshin Impact, wouldn't that just create a negative experience for everybody? Wouldn't everybody much rather me enjoy the game I'm playing? Or else I would just end up an awful streamer, would I not? Or is streamers' talent coming from the fact that they can make good content even from a game that they dislike playing? Because I could see that being the case as well. I just don't know if I would be able to measure up in that regard. Like, I always try to prioritize my fun. Because I think that's what streaming, like, boils down to, right? It's just chatting with a bunch of like-minded people and demonstrating my point of view in the similar fields of games that we enjoy together. I could have said that a little more professionally and with a little more foresight in my words, but I didn't. So. And that phrase that I repeat off cooldown, I hold that phrase dear to my heart. It's like my whole mantra to how I think. It is what it is. You can't make something what it's not. Like, you can... how do I want to phrase this? Because I can almost phrase it pretty badly, and I think I was about to phrase it badly to begin with. But, you know, you can't get upset over things that are out of your control. If something's out of your control, you know what? Oh well. It was out of your control, so all you could do is make the best out of things that you can't control. That's quite literally all you could do. I was like, I don't like to be too frank about that, but I do think that's the honest truth here. It's like, things that you can control, though, I think you should be, like, if you want something, you need to be able to put in your 2 cents, right? Same thing even with, like, streaming. If you want to be a good streamer, which I guess you could say, why would you take advice from someone like me who's not quite a good streamer yet? No matter how much confidence I have in myself in streaming, I'm still, at the end of the day, not really a good streamer. I think I could be, though. But if you want to be good at something, you have to put in the time and effort to do something, right? That's just a given. I know people like to think that there's people out there who are born talented and can do whatever they want because of all their innate talent. And if you think that way, I'm sorry to tell you, that's just not the case. And that type of mindset will only cripple you down the line. Of course, I am also not a professional in any of these regards. Do not consider what I'm saying as professional advice in any way, shape, or form. These are all purely like my own personal opinions on the matter. But I think having that mentality will weaken you. The simple truth, in my opinion, and again, this is that there are people who, I will say, who are born a little more talented in certain aspects of life versus other aspects. Like, for example, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I was not born to be really great at speaking to an audience. But I know that I'm something that you would call an introvert. I'm a bit of an introverted person, and I've had my fair share of struggling with social anxiety. I mean, come on, I'm a water dragon. Who was I supposed to socialize with? The guppies? You know, there's only so much anybody can realistically expect at that point in time. So, I had to tackle it in the way that I could. And look at how far I've achieved. Look at how far I've gone and grown. I would say I'm a damn good speaker now. Now, am I also saying that I'm done growing? Far from it. Far from it. I have so much more room to grow still. And that's what's exciting about chasing progress. That's why people can enjoy different things like hitting the gym every day or whatever. And it's even to the extent why some people enjoy certain gacha games like Genshin Impact, for example. Because at the end of the day, they're enjoying chasing progress. Certain games, in my opinion, that don't allow you to chase progress, or I guess certain avenues in life that don't allow you to chase progress in a way that's meaningful to you, it feels really bad. Like, I don't know if I would really want to say this example. Yeah, I'll just scratch this example I was gonna say. Like, let's use Genshin Impact for example, right? You know, so when you experience progress, you can get this like a rush of dopamine of like just, you know, it's just exhilarating, especially when you can funnel all that progress in one easy go. And that's why there's so many people who are adamant about like, in terms of resin for Genshin Impact, they say like, oh, I wish I could have infinite resin or something along those lines, because they want to get to their next dopamine hit as quickly as possible, right? They want to remember what progress feels like, and that's where some people struggle with some of these games, is they want to feel progress, but they feel like it's been so long since they've experienced progress that it ends up feeling kind of bad to some people. Especially when like you play within a community and you notice that somebody else got to progress at a rate that's obviously much quicker than you were capable of achieving on your own. Like, let's say you and your homie are both playing Genshin Impact, and you play together every day, right? And you both pull for the same character, and you both get them, and you know you're chilling, you're enjoying the new character that you got. But you both need to do the gruesome artifact part, right? If one guy gets the artifacts quickly, I would say, if he gets them semi-quickly, he gets to experience his progress at a much quicker rate than the friend does. And every day that the friend isn't able to experience a similar threshold of progress starts to put the unprogressed friend demoralized. Now, I know that's also not a super fair example, because in general, you shouldn't really have to compare yourself to other people. But in this particular case, it's fine to do so, because, again, at the end of the day, it's just a light comparison between your friends. But that feeling can start to gnaw at you, which is where it starts to become a festering wound on, I guess, your goal towards progress. To have to witness your friend and you who both got the character at the same time, but he got progress quicker than you did, and you get to see what progress looks like through his eyes, you start to get envious, which becomes a problem in its own right. Because then you start to... it's so easy to get caught up with certain thoughts, like, why don't I ever get lucky like he did? Why don't I ever get what he got? Why do these things always happen to me? And then at some point you might say, like, oh, well, maybe it's just the game. Maybe the game's just not what I thought it was. And at the end of the day, some people could quit over that because they feel it's a bit unfair to allow some progress to be given to some people at a different rate than oneself, right? Give me a second, I'm drying out over here from the speech. You make sure you stay hydrated at all times. And let's watch this before I continue the next part of the speech. I mean, I guess there wasn't really a speech that I meant to go on with anyway, so I guess we could drop it for now. Just, in general, remember what I was saying. Progress is important to people, and so when people feel like they are denied further progress, it starts to hinder their, I guess, thrill of the game. They start to lose any hope of experience further progress down the line. And I think, in general, people are designed to want to chase progress. I think it just feels good, and therefore most people naturally can relate to the idea of chasing progress. So when people feel like there's either no point to progress, or the progress isn't worth it, or the way that they have to progress is unfair, it starts to make people feel kind of bad, I think. Now, I'm not saying that I initially have this problem with, like, Genshin Impact. I think Genshin Impact's form of progress is totally fine. The only thing that I would kind of change a bit is perhaps the way we could acquire artifacts. Like, I do still firmly believe in the idea that I suggested before of perhaps allowing us to farm artifacts with no resin, and maybe give us worse rates of obtaining a 5-star artifact even to begin with. Or, and allow us to continue to use resin on artifact domains as we do today to get the increased rate of getting artifacts as we would today. Therefore, this allows people that, should they want to, should they have the time to spare, they are not forced or obligated to continue to run artifact domains. It's purely something that they would want to do and could do. That way, they could have the carrot of progression dangling over their face at all times. And they're not limited to attempting to progress until the next day. And the next day and the day after that. Okay, that's where I'll end that for now.
I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end
Interesting.
there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. She'll be back with them in no time.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization.
He has a gang, but I have time.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. But let's play
still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts, but please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am. Thank you.
We'll go ask
I will
them.
await
Thank you,
your
Catherine,
return.
as always.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Oh, this is Rise of Golden Soul. Okay, so after we do this, we could start Cookie's like
Hopefully we'll
hangout.
learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
What do you got to say, buddy?
Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away. When someone asks for it, he's
Interesting.
willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking
I can
around
see
some
that.
more.
Okay, thanks.
We'll keep looking then. Keep talking to the people. On the roll.
Check that tea.
You seen
Arataki
Ito?
Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets.
He's got too good a heart.
Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable! Then he took the chance.
She really demonstrates it with her whole heart and soul, doesn't she?
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened.
He's like a kid himself.
In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna...
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be
Irrefutable.
So
Well, I doubt
I'm not
that.
trying to condone his actions or
The
anything.
Tenryou Commission couldn't even figure out that they had a traitor leading them.
Then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Not to say that the Tenryou Commission is a bit weak in their intel, just that, you know, nothing's absolute.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
That's what we're
Guess
here
that
for.
Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him. At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is
Interesting.
that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start. Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After
Easy to take
scrounging
care
for a
of.
living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end, we had to
And
enlist the
he
help
was
of
1v1ing the
Josara to
entire
finally
Tenryou
secure
Commission.
Vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for
Okay.
the info. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Let's try asking. But unfortunately, I'm once again stuck because of a different quest. Let's roll. Let's roll, team. To roll on down here and
Here I go.
try to complete whatever this lady wants as quickly as possible.
Boring.
Hey, you. Yeah, I don't really care about this quest, to be honest. I'm not gonna do that then.
I'm just a helper.
I have to do it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh. What about the net? Yeah. I don't remember what the net is, or what it does, or what it's about, or any of these type of things. I don't remember a damn thing about this net. Haha, but now she's busy with the more appropriate quest. Oni's Eat. Let's return to this thing.
Can't touch me.
Okay, let's see. What do you know about Arataki Ito?
We'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee? I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 Mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished.
It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission.
I don't even want to pay
All
that.
you need to pay is the small commission fee. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventurers Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale.
Why? Why a fairy tale?
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near.
There's an anime that recounts this tale as well, does it not?
Said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it?
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the Crimson Oni remain now.
But the Blue Oni was just an...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline.
Makes sense.
Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
You can never assume that something's gonna happen.
How could he do that? After the Blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal!
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose. Don't mention it.
Understand, thanks.
Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Ito is allergic to beans. In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
It's fine.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them to make some porridge, but I think you will find a better use for them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky. But also, thanks. Let's head to Yashiori Island.
People gotta do what they gotta do to chase their bag, I guess. Okay, so Yashiori Island, that's way over here. The one domain I don't have yet, because I need to do Orabashi's legacy before I can light the lanterns because of the eternal rain that's there. Hopefully now we'll finally get to be introduced to Ito in a formal manner. We already kind of knew about Ito because of the other stories that we kind of did ahead of schedule, but it is what it is. I didn't really have a choice. The event time was running out for the chasm and such. So here we are, doing it now. Better late than never, I'd say.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if you can track him down? Look, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward.
Let's keep moving forward.
There are more footprints here. He should be just a bit. Wait,
Ito?
see him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
I'm gonna get hit with the beans already.
Beans!
He's
Are
crying.
you okay?
You know?
What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control. It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
For a long while.
Need a moment. Woo, that's better. That sure took a lot out of me, though. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here? Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me. All by myself. Nobody else. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it.
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you're
Time on.
drop. In that case, we...
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
Uncle Ito?
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do?
Oh, it's on! I like your style. Alright, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
Oh yeah. We need to find him the perfect beetle for his beetle fight. The beetle battle, if you would.
By the way,
The battle of the best beetle.
curious. What kind of game is beetle fighting?
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back. Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over.
He seems to have this spiritually connected to the Beatles.
I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
But we're not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time.
Horns.
And by the way,
I
that
like
kid
it.
has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see. Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom Mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Okay, let's go see.
Uh-oh!
Boy.
Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll scare all the wimpy beetles away and... Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down
Scare all the weak beetles.
My gut's telling me that there's a king-size beetle just below. Beefy Beetle King, here we come!
I need to get
Didn't keep you waiting.
that, Electroculus.
Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Is barely able to touch it. Aren't these lavender melons?
What the? No, watermelons. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try something else.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with the punches. Where's this damn Onikabuto at? There's one.
This is the one! This is the one! See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Onikabuto. Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but size isn't everything in a beetle fight. Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes. Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover? Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent. Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Onikabuto was spawned to be a champion.
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one! What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! It matches everything you said about a good fighter beetle, but the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Wow.
You got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure. Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world
I love Ito.
talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way. So many
Oh, I resonate with Ito so deeply you don't even understand.
Just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind.
Gonna save his skin here a little bit.
Time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Ito was such a good character. I say was like he died or something. But no, he's still fine. Ito is such a good character, is what I meant to say. Let me take Venti off. I only put him on because I wanted that Electroculus that was
Can I go catch up?
floating there. And evidently I needed to do that too because I was just barely out of... or just barely in range to nab it.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah,
Let's start the beetle fight.
But
Woo!
you better watch out. I brought a real winner back this time.
Don't worry, I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, Stripey Ghost!
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
The Nimble Ninja.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's right! Finish it!
Are they even really fighting? Boy.
Oh, no! My little nimble ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again.
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible. Even Uncle Ito can't beat him.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! Alright, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
Alright, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa!
Been caught on quick.
That one looks ultra strong, but it's still no match for you, Stripey.
Alright, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
One shot him.
I can't believe it.
Yay! We won!
That's a C6 beetle, huh?
Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost. I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
Partner.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take... Oh, right. Yeah, now that the beetle fighting's over and all, this is for you,
Huh? For me? You're really giving it to me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Good. The kid doesn't...
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Wow, he suspects it completely.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not a bad guy.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I explain? I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess.
Thanks, Granny.
Thanks, Granny.
You really know what to
I
say.
can't hide it anymore. Come with me.
She's just
I'll
gonna
explain
leave these
everything.
beetles just incapacitated.
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. I'm the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that one already.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
So,
Okay.
is the story from the fairy tale really true?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni? They were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions. First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride.
That makes
After
sense.
choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride.
But which Blue Oni? What, do we know any other Onis? I don't know any other Onis, as far as I know.
And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence. That's right. If I didn't step
Probably
in,
by the
Tenryou
vtuber.
Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows your story, right?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his
Parents
parents
have been
had taken.
taken.
The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got. But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time.
I will help you, Arataki Ito.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... Alright. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start. These two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. Yeah, we are gonna get along just great. Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so, be ready for anything. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out.
I'm curious to meet the Blue Oni. I never expected to meet a Blue Oni.
Taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can.
If he even exists. I'm not saying he doesn't exist. I'm just saying. Do we have any proof beyond his word? Not that I know him to be a liar. But what else could I possibly? Electroculus. Let's teleport back here. Okay, it should be a quick teleport because it was only right behind me. Let's. I guess I'll do this challenge.
Let me try my
Busted.
one strength suffice.
Here comes the catch. Lament! Worthless.
I have enough time to beat these guys.
Solidify. I will have order.
Things are about to get dicey.
Things are about to get dicey. Yeah, looks like that was easy enough to complete.
The chest full of valuables.
No space and artifact thing. Okay, I know one of these characters I said I needed to level up their something a bit. But who was it? Was it Shangling? 20, 16. I mean, I guess I could level this up to... Oops, I'm sorry. I guess we could level this up to 20 and just see... Or not. Let's level up some feathers of Emblem of Severed Feet, I guess? There's always the chance that a feather like this, for example, like chances are low, but technically this feather has some opportunity to roll purely crit damage. Like honestly, if I could get it to just 4 and it rolls crit damage, no, oh no, it's not even at 4 yet. I thought it was. But still no. Okay, whatever. That's enough to pick this up in any case. Continue on. I'll take a quick rest before I continue the climb. Oh, jeez. I know this is not the traditional way you get into the Sangonomiya camp. The Oni's pride, huh?
You must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way. But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started coming for me.
Huh? That's totally uncalled for!
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off, but instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were going to come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here again!
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? What else could they have wanted with me? I mean, I can't say for sure, it's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life. Or something like that.
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area.
Okay, let's go check out this Oni.
You aren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. There are too many.
Don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Nazuchi Beach. Okay. Let's go wait there then. Let's go beat up some blue Oni. Rolling.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight for a while. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing up any time now.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better...
Prepared.
Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. Alright, it's go time. Let's get...
I bet he's just a fake Oni. That just looks like a regular guy.
Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Fight first, talk later.
The fairy. Finally, I can get down to business.
Bam!
How's this?
Busted. Here comes the cat.
Busted.
Attaboy!
How's this?
Serious damage that this fake Ito can use. Bing. Chewie! I love Ito.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you? Because those who get
It's the hostility
should be
for her.
forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Huh! You wouldn't know how if you tried. You're a disgrace.
You better hold your tongue, mister, or I have to knock you out myself.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source.
Isn't that kind of their fault? Didn't they choose to sever the ties with humanity?
No clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we had nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
sacrifice themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process.
Oh, I see. That's the approach he's going to take.
He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryou Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on.
I don't understand his point. He wants them to forget about him, but also not really.
Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are.
Oh no, it's the Tenryou Commission!
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here
We can't. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryou Commission, or they'll be after you too.
Oh, the Tenryou Commission doesn't really want to mess with me anyways.
Battle formation. Get them. Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki.
I need my ultimate.
Soldiers, quick!
Can't catch me. Oni coming through.
I must. I won't forget this.
Wait. And I throw Ushi one more time.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryou Commission sent so many, but I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. No. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryou Commission's about to arrest you!
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryou butt.
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us? Granny Oni sent us.
The
Here
game.
to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go! Hey, I told you to stay out of this.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time. Go, do what you gotta do, boss.
Now, watch yourselves. Soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around. Run for it, boss!
Well, they have the spirit at least.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right. Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? At least we know we're headed the right way.
This?
Wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive. We've got company.
I didn't mean to do this quite yet.
There's more.
Oh, well, I'll just throw it off. Who cares at this point?
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further.
Man, I love Yelan. She does so much damage.
Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here.
Let's see what's going on around here, indeed.
All right. This is going to be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Huh? Fire away. Of course I did. Come on, I'm not that dumb. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are actually gonna work. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking about? Are you keeping Paimon in the dark again?
Vagrant hideout. I suppose I could use. This team will work fine. I don't really care that much. It ain't a big deal. See what the damage is looking like right now. Ooh, 21k, even with like kind of dog shit artifacts, to be fair. It's pretty nice, I'd say. Interesting, so Yelan doesn't work with charged attacks, I'll keep that in mind.
Can't catch me.
Stairs are over there. We can't go up if we can't reach them.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
To the ferry.
I'm assuming that this Ito is using. Ooh, look at those stats. Phew-wee. The Red Horn Stone Thresher. Yas. 88% crit damage. That's why the stats are so damn high. And I know it won't really show me his artifact set, but it's 52% crit rate. It's probably a crit rate piece, but decent subsets all the way around. That's nice.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Oh shit. There's a whole... Now I lost all my elemental bursts. Treasure chest. Well, don't mind if I do. Would be over here. What are these things there? This just brought me back to where I already was. Okay, so, oh, because they needed to connect, of course. You need to connect or else I'd never be able to get back. What does this do exactly? I didn't see what changed because of this. What changed? Hold this. I'm assuming, I guess, if I pull this now. Oh, I need to go over there. But from up here, I guess. Only one way to find out. It shouldn't really be that difficult of a puzzle. It surely doesn't seem like it is.
Let's get down to business. Solidify. Let's roll. Let's get down to business. Busted. There's more. Boom. Light blade. There's more.
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over.
So much damage. Hey, what's this? Poison. Don't know what that did, but I got 5 Primo Gems, and I'll take it. Something up here, so I better check to make sure it's not a treasure chest. Ah, see? And there's something there, but I can't access it yet, so I'll come this way. Any treasure chests here? There's a door here, but... Oh, so that's how I get back to that side now. Oh, I see. So now I could pull this so it reconnects and I can finally go up the middle. Easy. Can't stop me from my treasure chests. I have some traps here.
They must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get them out of here. Who wants some of this? Yeah, say no more. This. Very.
To the very end. Free everyone inside. No. Why were they even capturing them anyways?
Alright, you're all free to go now. Quick, get to safety.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy? We're awfully
Yes.
worried about him.
Calm down, dear. We don't even know if he was taken here or not.
Oh, my little Daisuke!
Oh, you must be Daisuke's parent.
Yes, that's right. Have you seen him? Where is he? Is he all right?
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. It's what I do.
It's what I do.
Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any self-respecting guy who saw another person in danger have done the exact same thing?
Really? Just one little compliment and it goes straight.
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Oh, would they really do anything drastic?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us so far. Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy has.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do. Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative, I guess.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks, but I'd say he comes across more like a confused child who made some poor choices.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Yeah, how lucky.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. I'll help him see the light. Anyway, you should scram. It's still not safe here.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family. We are indebted to you.
I'm indebted to this
Child that made
precious
some poor
chest.
choices. Anyway, let's get going while we still have time.
Going up? If I had to guess, it's this way. Oh, this looks like somewhere they put a chest. Yeah. Think they could fool me? Leave me out on a couple bits of loot? Oh, and this is where I was. I see. I can now come out this way. Must have made a wrong turn somewhere. Maybe I wasn't supposed to jump down. Okay, let's not jump down. I'm not gonna have enough stamina to make it all the way up, unfortunately. We'll cover to at least halfway. Should be able to get up with this. Right. Let's figure out the right way to go. Makes it go up, but then what do I do? You think I make it over there? Though I doubt that they intended for me to do it this way, this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, this way will be fine. Any treasure chests before I go? Doesn't really look like it.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Where do we need to close this down?
Say no more. Boom. Solidify.
Here comes the catch.
My blade. Evil conquering.
Oops, I didn't mean to do this. But this would be fine in any case. We defeated the entire Ronin gang.
I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of a mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
What?
I see.
You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you're gonna be buried deep among the rubble. You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye. My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's it. But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything hasty.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening.
Clotheslined by Arataki Ito, huh?
You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm down. What are you doing?
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself. Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now.
What's the difference?
Everyone here and get out.
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of here! This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone. Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
All right, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do? I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now.
Not true, buddy boy.
I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us Blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly.
They're here. We won't let them slip away this time.
Uh-oh, there's nowhere else to run!
A Tenryo commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki Ito is innocent. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale, sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am! How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
Stop fooling around, Ito!
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You wanna be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride.
Hey, well spoken.
The Blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over. But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya! I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
What?
Hey, I got this.
Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
You know he can't.
Ah, shut up, would ya?
That was such a cool scene for some reason. I actually got a little worked up there.
We managed to save everyone! But
That was cool. He can't forget about you. He just doesn't get that.
Paimon hopes they're alright. Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Let's have good looks on your faces. I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Why? Why would you do this for me? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need. I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue Oni have done?
Not to me.
It's just not true.
I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain. It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Oni and humans can live side by side. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
I think he's barely getting by because that's how he wants it,
How I
man.
roll, man. You remember that, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru? Well, He's colorblind. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But...
Ah, don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking. Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. Please do not attempt to resist. All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't. Without those goods, they'll...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belong to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo commission officers.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right, yeah,
That's what they get for resisting the Tenryo Commission.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation? Thanks. And thanks for sticking with me to the end. Once I'm out of the slammer, I'll find a way to make it all up to ya.
You can make it up to me by giving me Cookie Shinobi.
As for you two,
right away,
lending
please.
them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too. But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Oh, you think you're doing me a favor? I'll kick your ass, buddy.
Sorry for the trouble.
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something? Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself, you know? Yeah, all right, see you next time, whenever that'll be.
Saw that one coming. These beetles, I knew it. I know it. I could feel it coming.
Well, he's pretty weird. But at least...
Sorry to cut you off, Paimon, but I'm not that sorry. Don't you shame my Arataki Ito. I love him. I love him. I remember this guy. This is the guy who told me there'd be a president. There is. What's the big difference? How come there's a president now?
Worthless.
There's quality here.
Yeah, well, I'm worshipping. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow for my blessing.
Boring.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
So, did they take Uncle Ito away?
Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and he's awesome!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next beetle fight with Uncle Ito.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Ito and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryo Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Yes.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were looking quite dire, but now the future looks bright. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do, it's caring for others.
Do you need our help?
No, no. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning. Besides, once Ito is released, he'll be here to help me. Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable. Wouldn't you agree? He does whatever he puts his mind to. He's sincere, brave, and determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny Oni, but I've never been ashamed of this name. On the contrary, I'm quite proud of it, because Ito is my pride and joy.
Good on Ito.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the Blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the Crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the Blue Oni back home. The Crimson Oni didn't know where to find the Blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the Blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The Blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the Blue Oni had once done, the Crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The Blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the Blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The Crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
I loved his story. Oh, I loved it. What a compelling story that was. And 60 Primo Gem tip on the side is always appreciated. What's this? What can capture animals for... Comes the Eternal Storm, unfortunately. So I still can't activate this domain without completing Orobashi's Legacy. And you know what? I still don't really want to do Orobashi's Legacy today. In any case. So, with that in mind, I think I'm content with the amount of Genshin Impact content that we've done. Let's go somewhere where it's not raining. Good old Mondstadt. Let's recap what we've done today. We've completed the Battle Pass. We've officially hit level 50 on the Battle Pass, as you can see here, without a doubt. It's an effortless level 50. The battle pass, I think if you could swing to get the battle pass, it's probably worth it. Because like you get a bunch of Mora and EXP and talent books, some wishes. You get a lot of stuff. Like it almost pays for itself off just the wishes alone. Not really, but almost. You know, it's pretty close. So the rest of the stuff is kind of like just free. Plus it gives you a pretty good weapon. It's not perfect, but you know, it's good enough. And one of the crit rate weapons from the battle pass, of course, are pretty good. And like, look at how much more I have. Like, I very rarely ever farm more. I think it gives me close to like 1 million or 2 more just for completing the battle pass. Like, it's pretty good. Right, so yeah. And then we progressed Zhongli up a little bit from 70 to 80. Of course, I do still need this final bit of stuff over here to go, which I anticipate, if I'm lucky, it could take 2 days. If I'm not, it could take like potentially 3 days. So we just have to hope I'm lucky. Yep. So about 3 days, 2-3 days, and he should be close to level 80 or to level 90. No, he should definitely hit level 90. Actually, I didn't even see. Could I affect his talents now? Because I want to take them to 8. Slime. Let's craft some of this before we go. I think like 30 of them. I anticipate I'm going to need a lot. Well, 4 bonus is better than nothing, I suppose. I don't even know if 30 is going to be enough, though. Let's be hopeful. Same thing for this, because there's no reason not to. We need to make up the difference from the fact that I won't be using full HP anymore, so this is going to increase some of the base rate of my shield, which is nice to have. I want my Zhongli to be as strong as possible, and you saw the rates of which his skill damage was increasing. Like, it's insane. Zhongli is probably going to already rip some pretty serious damage. Once I get these artifacts set up, I can already tell he's going to be very, very strong. Oh yeah. I have strong feelings that Zhongli is going to be a huge addition to my Spiral Abyss teams as a burst support rather than just a shield bot. But in any case, like I said, we'll spend the next couple days slow farming out Zhongli's remaining 10 levels, and he's already talented up, so we just need to get him to 90 and then finally get him to some decent artifacts from the Emblem of Severed Fate, and then we'll be good to go when it comes to Zhongli. But we'll save that for the days coming. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll also be starting with tomorrow we'll be starting with Genshin Impact, but we can return to finally playing Overwatch 2 again, assuming that everything goes according to plan on Blizzard's end with Overwatch 2's beta release. And then we'll be good to go. So look forward to that for tomorrow. I think that about wraps things up. I don't really have anything else to add. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'd appreciate it if you are new here, if you could subscribe to the channel, like the stream, like all my previous streams. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description below if you want to catch any of my updates or whatever the hell I might be posting at random. Ring the notification bell if you want to see content similar to this. And this has been Maris Rey, Water Dragon Extraordinaire, and I hope to catch you guys on my next stream tomorrow, alright? Or streams tomorrow, rather. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.